I am so excited. My carrots are germinating with perfection. Let me show you how I did it. To plant our carrots, let's get started with making our cornstarch mixture. You're going to need a little saucepan. You are going to need 1 cup of water. And then you are going to need 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. This is the ratio I used for 1 packet of carrot seeds, so feel free to double or triple depending on how many packets you're going to plant. Oops, that's a half a teaspoon. Oh well, we'll do 4 then. Ooh, it doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. 2 tablespoons. On low to medium heat, you're gonna just whisk your cornstarch into the water. And you're going to want to stand by this. You're going to want to attend to this and not just kind of put it on the burner and let it go and do something else for a minute. Because once this solution gets going, it's going to gel up pretty quickly. So it'll be like watery, 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 watery. And then before you know it, it's going to start turning clearish. And as soon as it starts turning clear, keep a very close eye because it will gel up really quickly. Starting to see my first clear spots. So it is starting to change. We're just going to keep watching, keep stirring. And there it goes. Just like that. You can even hear it as I stir it. Just like that. It goes so fast. I let it go for just a few seconds more because it'll continue to thicken as it cools. And there you go. It's a glossy, sort of translucent gel consistency. That's what you want. Okay, so we're going to turn off the heat. And we are going to put this to the side, and it needs to cool completely before you put your seeds in. It has to be absolutely room temperature or colder. So your cornstarch should be so cool that it should almost look like solid. Like you should be able to stick your finger in there and not feel it warm really any at all. Because think about what you're putting in here. You're putting in slightly soaked, possibly germinated carrot seeds, and they're just really delicate. So if you get it too hot, you're gonna kill them. Okay, so you've been soaking your carrot seeds. This is just a 1 gram packet. I do recommend draining off a little bit of that water. I try to leave about like a tablespoon or so in there just to kind of help, you know, swirl it away from the sides. So I'm gonna drain just a little bit of this out. There we go. And I just took a spoon over the sink, tipped it out. So we got just a little bit in. Go ahead and dump that right into your cornstarch. Scoop any of the rest down. I try to get every last little bit. Sometimes it's a little bit more seeds than I need still, but okay. Grab yourself a little spatula. Give everything a stir. So there you go. Look at that. The cornstarch naturally pushes the seeds away from each other. So when we go to spread this in our container, bin, ground, wherever you're doing this, that same thing is going to happen. So the seeds will come out pushed away from each other, which means you have to do a lot less thinning and you make your carrot seed go farther. Hooray! Okay, finally, I happen to have some, icing bags, pastry bags, what have you. You can obviously just use like a Ziploc baggie too, if that's what you have. I like to put it over a glass just to help get everything in there. Oops. There we go. We're just gonna dump it in. This is really easy to do. I've done it several times now. Sometimes I've done it really well. Sometimes I have made the slurry too thin. Sometimes it's a little too thick. But honestly, for the most part, it's really pretty forgiving and does the job. Cool. We're going to take a scissors along with us. Let's get outside and plant. Okay, this is my carrot bin. You may recognize it from other videos. I have done one half already with a different type of carrot. And now we are going to do the Nantes variety. So I have sort of just with my hand roughly made little bitty furrows just to help keep my line straight. I put about 2 inches in between. And you might be able to tell that I have spread some seed starting mix over the top of the actual soil. The reason I do that is because carrot seeds are just really super tiny and I really like carrots. I really want these to grow well. And so by putting the seeds into just a little bit of seed starting mix, you're giving them an easier chance to get those roots to move all the way down. The soil underneath should be pretty sandy, kind of loamy soil. Carrots are a big root, and so the easier the soil is to push down into, the longer, bigger carrots you are going to get. Okay, I'm going to chop the tip off just a little bit, and we're just going to squeeze them into the lines. Just a row. Ooh, that worked out almost perfect. For any of you who are real geeks about this, I always end up with a little extra, and I like to keep a second little pot outside when I'm doing this, because what I'll do is just do this. So we're not wasting it. And I will let these be the carrots that grow for seed. That way I can collect more in the future. Once you've got everybody planted, you're going to want to come back with your seed starting mix. Oh gosh, maybe I should have opened it. When you've got everything planted, you're going to want to come back in with your seed starting mix and cover up your rows just lightly. It's going to help them stick and give them a little protection from birds or anything else that might want to swoop down and grab your seeds. And there we go, all done. That is it. Now, and there we go, all done. That is it. Now, As you might be able to tell from the screen, it has been raining on and off all day here. So I am not going to water this in because my skies are already starting to do that for me. But if you are not going to have a rainy day ahead of you, you're going to want to just water this in lightly. Another tip, you think you might have big weather coming up, cover your whole container with white row cover. That way, the sun will still get in, moisture will still get in, but you protect the seeds from any big, harsh, hard, heavy rains that might just try to push them down too deep into the soil or just wash away completely. But that's it. It should take for me about, 10, 12 days for these to start poking up and germinating. I am super happy to have this step done, and I will show you what they look like when they start coming up. There you go, just like that. We have carrots are growing. I'm super excited. I love carrots in my garden, and I love this method for getting them to germinate. If you happen to have caught my channel by the cornstarch video that I did last year, hopefully you've seen a couple of improvements in my technique. It may take you a try or two. Oh, there's a bug on my glasses. Bye, buddy. It may take you a try or two to sort of get the consistency right, sort of get your, process down pat, but it's not difficult. Anybody can do it. In fact, I have a follower who has taught this method to their kids in their little classrooms. And so they get kids out in the garden, gives them a fun way to relate to growing things. And I just think that's awesome. So by all means, give it a go with whatever seeds you want to give it a go for, or any seeds that might be giving you trouble. I just thought of another one today. Oregano might be a neat one to try this with if you're going to be growing a lot of oregano. Man, those seeds are tiny. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. I sure do love you. Thank you so much for your support. If you have not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that little button. I sure would appreciate it, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye.